Hi, Scott here again. I have a 1999 Toyota truck, which was in another video. This time I have a broken wheel stud. I changed my brakes, and when I put them back on, I noticed one of the nuts kept turning, and so I knew it was broken. Anyway, I've gotten around to change it, and this is what we have going on. I didn't find any videos on how to do this, just for the 6 lugs. And I've taken these out. These are 14 millimeter, and kind of got this idea from another video. You could probably have somebody hold the brake for you, but I don't know if it would hold enough. Anyway, get you something long, wedge it, and then as you turn it, use your brake over. It's a 14 millimeter, like I said, and the socket's not on there, but break it over. This is going to bend a little bit, but do that. You don't have to have a rubber pad. That's just so I don't tear up the concrete or my tool. And again, it doesn't have to be a pry bar, just as long as it fits in between 1 or 2 of these, and you can, you know, put some stress on it. Once I got that off, I realized this isn't just going to come off. It's got the bearing and everything in there. I've never changed the bearing before in this. So anyway, you'll have to kind of hammer into that, get that off. There's a cotter key, that little metal thing. Those of you who aren't novices will think I'm a dumbass saying all this, but anyway, that's what you got to do in case one of you kids got one of these from your grandpa or something. So anyway, you can get your pry bar out and just keep prying this off, and the bearing is going to come out. And then I'm assuming, because once I hit stop, this video is not going to continue, and I hate those 2-part videos. This will come off. I've already bought the stud. There's your rotor. So if you ever need to change your rotor, this is how you change your rotor also. Take this out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the bearing, but it'll go back in either way. If you save it and put it on a rag or something, you shouldn't have to re-grease it. But it's also a good time to change your bearing. It's the same process for changing a bearing, I would suppose. Pull that out, and what I'm going to do is hit this with a hammer. This broken stud, knock this through. There's my bearing. I might throw a little grease on that, who knows. Now I've got the stud in here. I want you to have to look through my messy old truck. Let's see here what I do with that bad boy. Alright, and again, this is for those of you who don't know. Those of you who do, you can probably stop the video and fix your truck. There's little splines in here, and when you knock this out, these splines will be inside the back side of that. And you just kind of want to light them up, and you'll feel them go into place. And then tap it a little bit. If you think you get it in good, you can you know, put it back on. You can also try using your wrench with one of your nuts, and I would recommend buying another nut while you're there, because in my case the stud broke off in there, so you're not getting that out. Go to the these I actually have Lexus wheels, so you can probably find used lug nuts if you want. You can also, they'll have these at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, yada yada, for $3, $4, $10, depending on how old this video ends up being. But anyway, yeah, you just push this through, and it's just going to pull itself through when you tighten up the lug. Again, you can, if you know you got it started good, you can put it all back together, and then when you put the wheel back on, just tighten it up like normal. And when you, I would recommend getting a new cotter key. I don't have one. I might have one. I'll make do for now, because this is my only vehicle, so I may have to just go get one and reverse this process, take the cap off, put a new cotter key in. But before you start, get yourself a lug nut, get yourself a new stud, get yourself a lug nut, get a cotter key, maybe pick up some grease just in case. It's always good to have grease around. Video's looking like it's almost 5 minutes, and I really hate boring long videos, so thanks a lot. Like my page if, I really don't care if you like it or not. I just want somebody else to know how to take one of these apart. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.